If you ain't down with minimalism, I've got two words for you. White walls. Hey, it's me AP. In this video, I'm going to be talking about minimalism and my movie collecting habits. So first of all, let's talk about minimalism and my journey with minimalism. Why do I embrace minimalism as a philosophy, a lifestyle, and when did it start really? So I've done a few videos on this channel a few years ago, and it must have been about 3 or 4 years ago when I first embraced minimalism, and I learnt about it by YouTube and more than likely, and it was through two guys, the Minimalists. It's these two gentlemen on YouTube, and they do a podcast now as well. And they had a documentary out, and basically, I just heard about this idea of minimalism. Owning less, and having more out of the less. Really, it's like that idea of less is more. Less is more philosophy, and that's something that I thought. You know what, this is a great idea because. In all honesty, a few years ago, I used to hoard stuff. I used to just keep hold of stuff for the sake of it. So I had my massive first big purge a few years ago, just getting rid of stuff, getting rid of like things that I just didn't use, items I didn't use, movies I didn't watch anymore, and I got rid of a ton of stuff either via recycling, or either by taking it to Goodwill stores as well, or selling things on eBay. So the purge was great, and I've continued forward in getting rid of things I don't need, and just really embracing it in lots of different areas of my life as well. So why do I personally do minimalism? I always get stuck on the word minimalism. Why do I really embrace it? For me, I think I think for me I am better off with less stuff. I've mentioned it previously. I have a bit of OCD, and I found that getting rid of stuff would help me in like little things like leaving the house without locking the door too much because I wasn't worried about the stuff in the house as much. So minimalism really did like reduce my OCD, anxiety, and I've just found it really beneficial in just you know having less stuff. I appreciate the stuff I do have. And I think it's, if you have tons and tons and tons and tons of items within your house, you just get lost with it and you don't really value as much stuff. You don't value the items you have. And then you get into that cycle of saying, I want more, and then you buy more, and then slowly but surely they drew their plans against us. The plans being, the the hoarder spirit that lives in your house. I'm talking nonsense right now, but it just grows. It grows, and you just don't realize before you know it, you just got a junk drawer full of crap, full of pens and pen lids for pens that you no longer own, and you just wonder what happened to them pens. So yeah, so minimalism does work for me in the aspect it just makes me feel better. My bedroom's like this, the studio here. As I said, in my life in general, I embrace minimalism, mainly on my head as well. Less hair. This is a good look. It works for me. Less hair, I feel better. I can embrace the day with a bald head and minimalism on my side. So we talked about minimalism there. Now I want to talk about the other side of things here. My movie collecting habits. So, when and why did I start collecting movies? So, for me, I really started. Let's talk about DVDs because this is what I currently own. As I said in other videos, I don't own a Blu-ray player. I don't own 4K. It's just not something I've got into as of yet, anyway. So I've got DVDs. I've got lots of DVDs, and I really enjoy my DVDs. I like watching movies. I'm a big movie fan. So when did I start collecting DVDs? I would say it was roughly around 2003, 2002, around that time. I remember the first movies I got was from Asda in the UK, and I think it was Spider-Man. I think they had like an offer on it. It was like something like you buy like 3 or 4 movies, like £20 or something. I can't remember exactly the price, but it was like I think I bought Spider-Man, and I remember me and my dad we bought like the Sergio Leone collection. I was the good, the bad, and the ugly. Fistful of dollars, a few dollars more. Sergio Leone, I think that's the right name. Bought that DVD collection as well, and I remember buying a wrestling DVD. And I don't know whether I bought that with that collection or it was separate. I think it was like the Royal Rumble 2002, 2003, and I think it had like Triple H on the front of the cover. I imagine he probably won it that year. I'm not too sure though. But that is where my DVD collection began, and it began because we were getting rid of videos at the time. For years, we had in this very room here, we had like a wall here behind me, and it was just videos, big massive video shelves up to the ceiling, and it was awesome. But times move forward, and like the dinosaurs, things just they go out of business, and DVDs took the video out of business. So we sold all our videos, our VHS collection, and then it was just a case of let's begin the DVD collection, as I imagine a lot of people did back then. It was getting rid of videos for the price you could, as much money you could get from your video collection. And it was now, let's start this new collection with these super small cases, and you get way more in your collection. DVDs, it was awesome. It was great. They looked amazing. You didn't have to rewind them. It had like features on them as well. It was cool, really awesome. And moving forward to this day, I'm still a big fan of DVDs, and I still buy them, and I still collect them. And I think that goes to the why. Well, why? It's just because I enjoy DVDs. As I said, I enjoy watching movies. It's good quality. I'm sure, if I got into Blu-ray and 4K, I'd probably say, the difference is massive compared to DVD. But at this point in time, as long as I can watch a movie or watch a TV show, DVD is superb for me. The quality is good enough for me. I'm happy with it. I enjoy it. And I've got the movies I enjoy. I've got my Star Wars collection. I've got my Marvel movies, my Disney movies. I enjoy them. I get a lot of value from them. And if you get value from something, that is vital. I think that's very important, and it's also an important part of minimalism as well. So, can you do both? Can you have minimalism and movie collecting in your life? And to answer that question, I think yes. For me, I personally can. So there you go. That's the end of the video. Not really. No, I'm gonna do more. So yeah, you can embrace both, and I do. So for me, I don't buy as many DVDs as I used to. I'll be honest with you. Since I embraced minimalism into my life, I don't just buy DVDs for the sake of it. And if I look through like my past Amazon searches, it would just be DVDs that I've probably already got rid of, because I'd just be buying them for the sake of buying them, and I'd be like, I'd be a couple of movies a month, and I've really have decreased that now. If I buy movies in general, I'll go to a Goodwill store and just buy movies that I'm looking for, that I want a part of a certain collection. And I think there's certain movies I really do like having, like I said, Star Wars, my Disney's, and my Marvel collection. But other ones like comedies, I will tend to, either if I don't really enjoy them, and just not just comedies, but just movies that I probably watch once, and I'll be honest with myself, will I watch this movie again? And if the answer is no, that movie will go to a Goodwill store. And if I'm sort of in between, sometimes I have like a little small black storage case, like the little cases where you put the discs in. So if I'm unsure of a movie, I'll get rid of the case and recycle the case, and then I'll put the disc, and I'll usually keep the cover just in case I change my mind on it, and keep it in a case, and then I've got it in my room if it's sort of like something I'll decide upon. But in general, if I don't watch a movie and I don't enjoy it, and I think I'm probably never going to watch it again, then movies are going to Goodwill. So the movies that I have here in my DVD cabinet here are just movies that I value. The movies I enjoy watching. I enjoy getting a movie out of, open up the case, getting a movie out of the cabinet here. It's sort of like reminiscent of going to the video shops, the VHS stores of the 90s. Just going around the like your Blockbusters, your local video shop, just looking, grabbing a movie out. It brings back that because we don't have that anymore. And I enjoy looking at the artwork, as I said, on the movie cases. So for me, I'm getting, that value of that, just that nice nicety, the experience of picking out a movie, going into the collection, and I enjoy that. So, as I said, I've got the ones I value in here. I'm not hoarding DVDs. I'm not a DVD hoarder. I'm not a movie hoarder. I don't just have collections wall to wall of DVDs. It's just not me, and that's not a jab at anyone who does that, because you know what? If you get enjoyment out of it, that's awesome, because you value that. It gives you positives within your life. If you're getting positive vibes from anything, whether it be an item, whether it be an experience, it doesn't matter. If you get positive vibes and you enjoy it and it brings a smile to your face, that is amazing. That's an amazing emotion to have. And if you get that, kudos to you. For me personally, I don't want walls of DVDs. I like them hidden away. It's just my personal preference. I suppose it's an aesthetic I like. I like the white walls, and again, that's people say minimalism. It's just white walls. It's not that. That's the talking about sort of like the aesthetic minimalism. Me, I'm talking more about the philosophy of like minimalism of less is more, and having less crap is more, in my opinion, and you know that's what works for me personally. So I think you can have both. You don't need. I don't hoard loads of other items. Really, the only massive amount of items I have is like my guitar, my piano, my movie collection, and my computer. That's it. I don't hoard any other collections of things really. I have like the micro stars upstairs, but realistically, it's just the DVDs, the sort of collection that I have, the only one, and I enjoy it. I get a lot of pleasure out of it, and that's why I think it can work with minimalism, because you can have both. You can just, if you chisel it out and get the movies that you truly value, truly enjoy, and get a lot from, that's where it works with minimalism, and that is sort of like answering the question: can they both work together? And the answer is yes, if you want it to. So will I continue to embrace minimalism and collect movies in the future? And the answer is yes. As I said, I will always collect movies that I enjoy, that I get joy from. I will not buy DVDs just for the sake of buying it anymore, or movies, or whether it be Blu-ray or 4K or whatever else in the future. Even digital, as long as I am getting joy out of it and it's value to me, I will definitely embrace it and buy them movies. Same with minimalism. For me, it works for me at this moment in my life. And moving forward, I don't see that changing. So minimalism will be something that I continue to do moving forward, because for me, it is very beneficial and it works for me. And that's the whole point of it. You've got to do what works for you, whatever lifestyle you want to do, whatever lifestyle choice, whatever moves you want to make within your life. As long as it works for you, that's the main reason you should do it. You shouldn't think about whatever happens to anyone else and what other people are doing. Just appreciate what works for you, and if it works for you, that is a thumbs up from me. Thank you very much for watching this video today. If you enjoyed it, please do give it a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel as well. I really do appreciate all your support as always. And most of all, let me know your thoughts on this topic. Do you personally embrace minimalism, and do you collect movies? Where do you stand on this topic? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and thank you very much for watching this video.